Hey, seekers of wisdom, have you ever stopped to ponder this haunting truth? Your mind is the fragile thread stitching your wildest dreams to the fabric of your reality. Feel that shiver of awe. It's the weight of possibility sinking in. If you've nodded yes, then have you dared to wrestle with this gut-wrenching question? Why do so many souls brimming with potential never cross the chasm to their destiny? They dream vividly, sketch grand blueprints, ignite with fleeting passion, yet something snaps, and their journey stalls in the shadows. Why? What's the missing spark? Today we're diving into a philosophical odyssey, not just a collection of ideas, but a blazing torch to illuminate your path. Unleash your inner philosopher. Friends, greatness isn't forged by mere toil. It's born in the crucible of your consciousness. Your thoughts, your perspective, your deepest convictions, they sculpt how far you'll soar or whether you'll crumble mid-flight. Picture this. Two wanderers tread the same treacherous road. One ascends to wisdom's peak, the other lingers, lost in the dust. Why? Is the second soul idle? No. They strive. Their mind betrays them, chaining them with dread, hesitation, and the paralyzing whisper of defeat. Now ask yourself, can we break those chains? Can we truly command our inner cosmos? Can we shatter the illusions holding us back? Yes, oh yes, it's within reach. But it demands a seismic shift in how you perceive the world. This isn't a game for the timid or the cleverest. It's for those who dare to tame their thoughts, who rise from the ashes of fear to seize their existence. You might scoff. If it were that simple, we'd all be sages by now. And that's the bittersweet beauty of it. It's not simple. It's a raw, soul-stirring journey, tearing down old dogmas to forge a new way of seeing. Unleash your inner philosopher isn't just inspiration, it's your compass through the chaos. So join me in this video as we unearth its most profound, electrifying insights. Truths that don't just stir you, but reshape you forever. Truths that will twist your perspective until you gasp. How did I not see this before? Are you ready to awaken the thinker within? If your heart's pounding with a defiant yes, this is for you, because this isn't just a script. It's the spark of a revolution in your soul. Chapter 1. Unleash your inner philosopher. Ever mused why, beneath the same stormy skies, some souls craft lives of meaning, while others drown in despair? Is it fate's cruel dice roll? Or does a deeper current flow beneath? In truth, every triumph, every stumble, every whisper of purpose hinges on one fragile pivot. Your philosophy, your lens on existence. Master it, no tempest can sink you. Neglect it, no effort will save you from the abyss. Imagine two pilgrims facing life's same riddle. One cowers, muttering, "This is beyond me," surrendering to the void. The other stares into the same darkness and declares, "This is my forge, I'll shape it." Who thrives? Second, of course. What's the difference? Perspective. Until we wield our minds like a sculptor's chisel, doubts and shadows will carve our fate. The moment we claim that power, our lives become ours to mold. The trap most fall into is waiting for the stars to align, certainty to knock. But philosophy teaches us, clarity isn't gifted, it's seized. Change the way you see, the world you see transforms. Are you ready to stop drifting and start crafting? Because when you unleash your inner philosopher, life isn't just endured, it's conquered. Chapter 2. To think is to become. Pause and feel this. What if your life is but an echo of the thoughts you cradle? If that stirs unease, lean closer. Let it sink in. Has a vision ever burned so fiercely in your mind that it spilled into being? Or a fear gnawed so relentlessly that it clawed its way into your days? This isn't sorcery. It's the quiet, terrifying might of thought. Every joy, every wound, every throne or shackle, it's all birthed in the furnace of your musings. You might bristle, "So I've cursed myself?" Anger's fair, but hear this. Even your burdens bloom from your beliefs. Two souls rise from the same ashes. One soars, the other staggers. The difference? One saw wings where the other saw weights. The greats, thinkers, poets, rebels weren't born with golden fates. They were us, flesh and flaw, but they wrestled their minds into tools of creation. Can we? Yes, but first we must decode the alchemy of thought. Your mind's a mirror. Reflect ruin, and ruin finds you. Reflect possibility, and doors creak open. Tell yourself you're frail, and you'll bend. Whisper you're unbreakable, and mountains bow. But here's the catch. It's not enough to think it. You must feel it, live it, until it's your truth. Are you ready to rewrite your reflection? Because your thoughts don't just shape your life, they are your life. Chapter 3. All begins with a spark. Consider this. Every revolution, every leap, every star you've chased, didn't it all ignite with a single fleeting spark? A thought flickers, stirs a feeling, hardens into resolve, then explodes into action until it's your world. When a dreamer first dared to defy gravity, the crowd jeered, madness. Yet that spark birthed flight. Now we soar. Look at your own tapestry. What you hold today, glory or grit, once danced as a notion in your skull. Success? You once mused, I'll rise. Struggle? You sighed, I'm trapped. If all springs from thought, why do we dwell on chains instead of keys? Why linger on what breaks us when we could conjure what builds us? Ever notice how brooding on doom summons it? This will fail, you mutter, and it does. Flip it. I'll triumph, you vow, and the tide shifts. Not overnight, no, but seed by seed, thought by thought, your reality bends. It's no mystic trick. It's your mind's raw power, but belief alone won't do it. Act on it, and the spark blazes. Will you fan yours into flame, or let it flicker out? Because every destiny starts with a single, defiant what if. Chapter 4. Leap into the void. How often have you stood at the edge of a grand idea, heart racing, plans swirling, only to freeze when the moment begged you to jump? Fear whispers, what if I fall? Doubt sneers, not yet. And so you wait, for courage, for signs, for tomorrow. But does that tomorrow ever dawn? Here's our curse. We're thinkers, not doers. I'll chase wisdom next season. I'll question life when I'm settled. Yet the clock ticks, and we're still perched, wings unspread. The truth? What terrifies you most is your gateway to freedom. If every sage waited for certainty, we'd still grope in darkness. The leap matters more than the landing. Motivation, it's a fleeting gust, here then gone. What endures is grit, the stubborn will to move. If a dream haunts you, it's no accident. You're its vessel, but you must act now before excuses pile up like stones. There's no perfect hour. The hour you choose becomes perfect. Leap, and the path carves itself. Do you want to merely dream of flight or taste the wind? Stop plotting. Start living. Chapter 5. Dream it, forge it. Gaze around. Every marvel, from ink-stained pages to steel towers, was once a ghost in someone's mind. A wild, impossible dream. That phone in your hand? A lunatic's fantasy once. Yet here it hums. If they could birth worlds from whims, why not you? Why do your boldest visions wither, dismissed as too big, drowned by I can't? When you dare to dream, why does the chorus of doubt sing loudest? Here's the revelation. What you can dream, you can forge. Your imagination isn't idle. It's a forge, white hot with potential. Had no one dreamed of fire, we'd shiver still. Had no one pictured bridges, we'd stare across rivers, stranded. Your dream's no different. It's a seed, aching for soil. But most choke it with disbelief. Too hard, not me. Yet if it lives in your mind, it's yours to claim. Dreaming's the map. Doing's the journey. Next time a vision flares, don't snuff it out. Feed it faith, fuel it with steps. Every wonder began as a what if. Are you ready to ask yours? Chapter 6. 6 Pillars of Eternal Shift. Why do some dance through life's storms while others sink? Why do some grasp their stars while others clutch regrets? It's not chance, it's transformation. But does change bloom from wishing? No. How many oaths have you sworn, only to drift back to old tides? True shift demands scaffolding, a framework few grasp. Reflect. What in your life begs for renewal? A stagnant belief? A fading hope? You've tried, faltered. Why? Because change isn't a whim, it's a craft. Waiting for the right moment is a lie. Moments are made. Most rush in, fervor blazing, then fade when the fire dims. But with a map, 6 steady pillars, you can build change that endures. It's not about fleeting zeal. It's about roots, resolve, a vow to yourself. Will you just yearn for new horizons or erect them brick by brick? Because lasting change isn't a gift. It's a labor of love. Chapter 7, Begin in the Fog. What dreams lie buried in your heart, unstarted? We all cradle them. A quest for truth, a life unshackled. Yet we stall, whispering, I'm not ready. Waiting for the fog to lift, for wisdom to descend. But that clarity never arrives. If every seeker paused for perfection, no truth would shine. I'll ponder deeper, then act, you say. I'll gather more, then dare. But readiness isn't a prerequisite. It's a reward. A child doesn't balance before stepping. They step, then balance. Begin unpolished and polish comes. The brave don't wait. They wade into the unknown, trusting the light will follow. Your dream waits not for you to be whole, but for you to be bold. Stop preparing, start breathing it alive. Chapter 8, Lock Eyes with Your Quest. Why do most quests fade? Not for lack of sweat or spark, but focus. We ignite with purpose, a freer mind, a richer soul, then scatter. Distractions beckon, duties press, doubts gnaw. Yet those who lock eyes with their quest, unblinking, claim the prize. An archer averts their gaze, the arrow strays. A seeker drifts, the summit recedes. Life hurls noise, naysayers detours, but the steadfast carve through. Compromise whispers, settle, when the road roughens. Resist it. Victory crowns those who cling to their why, who march through mire unbroken. Stay riveted, and no storm can sway you. Are you a drifter or a doer who defines their dawn? So, seekers, we've unearthed this. Your life's reins rest in your philosophy. Shift it, and your existence shifts. You are what you ponder. Your heights, your depths, your courage, all woven from thought. To claim more, shatter your mind's frail walls. Fear, sloth, despair, and fix your gaze on your quest. Dreamers abound, conquerors endure. You don't bloom ready, you ready by blooming. Trials will rise, voices will clash, but a forged philosophy bends fate to your will. Greatness isn't a birthright, it's a mind unshackled. If this stirred your soul, hit that like, share it with a fellow seeker. Let's spark their awakening too. Crave more journeys into wisdom? Subscribe. I'll return with another torch to light your way. Until then, hold this close. Your life is yours to sculpt. Dare to think it so.